Greetings to you all. I am Ilyas Farouk. This is Persian Trend, and I am here with a breaking news update. The Ukrainian security organization, known as the SBU, has carried out a very unusual operation on Russian soil called Web, in which 40 important Russian aircraft have been destroyed. Of course, the information I am presenting to you now is what the Ukrainians themselves are providing to the media, as well as the numerous videos that are being released from Russia. And still, neither the Kremlin nor the Ukrainian government has issued any official statement about the results of this operation, and it's possible that some of the information has been exaggerated or not everything has been disclosed as it should be. In the coming days, we will probably receive more accurate information. But right now, this operation was so significant that I decided to make this video. Share the available images with you and talk about them to see what kind of damage Russia has suffered. First of all, let's take a look together at some of the images used in the Ukrainian attacks. Then we'll continue. We'll discuss the details. This was the Ukrainians' goal from the beginning, after all. The more Moscow's fighter jets and bombers are destroyed on Russian soil. According to a report they released, at least 40 Kremlin warplanes were targeted in the drone attack. Bombers like the Tu-22, Tu-95, and A-50, which are among their most important aircraft, are included in these losses. In this image, it's also clear how many of Russia's Tupolev Tu-22 strategic bombers are burning. These bases are located 4,000 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, which is a very long distance to be attacked from. It is said that these drones were secretly moved into Russian territory a year ago and were waiting for the right opportunity to carry out these attacks. It is even said that a large part of this operation was handled by artificial intelligence, either in the execution of this operation or in its planning. For example, it is said that the method of attack or the selection of sensitive targets for these bombers was carried out by artificial intelligence. Some believe that even the operation itself, that is, the operators who controlled these drones, may have been managed by artificial intelligence. Of course, we can't really be completely sure. It's possible that Ukrainian operators carried out this operation or that Russian traitors helped with it. And now the Ukrainians want to bring up the topic of artificial intelligence as a way to somehow save them and buy them time to get out of Russia's borders. Of course, the Ukrainians themselves have announced that everyone involved in this operation crossed the border safely and is now in a secure location. But, well, you can't really trust what the Ukrainians say too much. It might not be the case yet. The important point is that Russia's strategic bombers are not being produced right now, or if some parts are being repaired or manufactured, it's happening extremely slowly. And for the Russians, these bombers are like irreplaceable jewels. If these are destroyed, a large part of Russia's attacks will face problems, and they won't be able to keep up the pressure they had been putting on the Ukrainians. There are some interesting images showing that after these drones left the containers, they automatically exploded, and the driver who was transporting these drones was also killed. It's not clear whether he was Russian or Ukrainian, or if he was killed in some other way, and for what reason. But his body was intact, yet he was dead. This problem happened to him as a result of suffocation. It's possible that this driver was Russian and had no idea what kind of cargo he was transporting, and this was likely one of the operations planned by the Ukrainian security service. The Ukrainians claimed that preparing for Operation Web took about a year and a half, and the Ukrainian Air Force spent more than 80 months planning this massive operation. It seems that Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, personally oversaw this mission, and the commander of the Ukrainian Air Force also took charge of leading the operation. The Ukrainian Security Intelligence Agency said that since last year, we have been scanning Russian air bases and locating the bombers. We identified their weaknesses using AI, and by running multiple algorithms, we initiated the operation to attack these bombers. Multiple bases in Russia have been attacked, and we don't know exactly the details of the locations that were targeted. We have to wait for more information and for further news to come in. It is said, or there are rumors, that the Russian submarine base has also been attacked, where their nuclear submarines were stationed, and they suffered significant damage. Of course, I should say that this cannot be confirmed. We have to wait for evidence or images to be released so that we can be sure this operation actually took place there. Just like the images that were published regarding the Russian bombers, Ukrainian sources have announced that the order was sent by the Russians and all Russian fighter jets are currently airborne, so that if another attack is launched, they will be safe and not come under attack until the situation returns to normal. All of Russia, meaning all Russian military bases, are on full alert, because the Russians never imagined they would face such an operation deep inside their own territory, and now they have suffered a very heavy blow. We have to see what the Russians' response to this operation will be. Some supporters of Russia have said that they should launch a serious attack on Kyiv, not just military bases, but the city of Kyiv itself and ordinary people, in order to put pressure on the Ukrainians so that they don't carry out similar attacks. Some Russophiles also believe that Russia should carry out a nuclear attack to put the Europeans in their place and prevent them from conducting similar attacks. Of course, Russia's situation doesn't seem that bad. If this operation has worked well, it could make them less effective for a while. But the Russians are still powerful and have caused many problems for Ukraine. But personally, I was deeply pleased by what happened to the Russians, and I hope that one day Mr. Putin will truly be defeated. This is my immediate stance. Here I am stepping out of neutrality. I'm expressing my personal opinion. It has nothing to do with this video. In this video, we were neutral. But personally, I truly enjoy seeing Mr. Putin be defeated and unable to continue his acts of killing. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. If any new news or videos are released, or if new information comes out about this matter, I'll try to make a follow-up video about it. Thank you for supporting me with your likes and comments. Until the next video, goodbye.